world, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Camry O, and since I have 100 subscribers finally, yay! Since I have 100 subscribers, y'all are officially now my besties. So hey bestie, if you are new here, I want to say hey girl, hey new bestie, welcome. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, and then also just go ahead, give your girl a thumbs up. But I think this video is going to help you get the real deal truth, the ugly truths of being a homeschool mom, because it is not all rainbows and butterflies. It gets real. Homeschooling gets real sometimes. All right, so let's get into this video. When I started homeschooling, I made the mistake of watching a bunch of YouTube videos on how to homeschool and what the homeschool days look like. And I saw a lot of perfect looking moms. I didn't really see any of the ugly side. I didn't see the real stuff. I just saw moms baking bread or making homemade bread, making the kids clothes. The curriculum is planned out for the next 3 years. I mean, it was just everybody was so put together and so organized and just so perfect, right? But they never showed the bad parts. And I'm not saying that they were being fake, because these homeschool moms, they probably are doing really well. But we're all human, and I know that there are days that they go through it. But anyway, I don't see a lot of people showing that on YouTube. So this is for the moms that are thinking about homeschooling but want the real deal. You know, we have to be real with the ugly part. And if you are a homeschool mom already, girl, fist bump. Yeah, so I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys some ugly truths to homeschooling. So the first one is be prepared to not receive as much support that you expected. So when I first started homeschooling, I was so excited. I wanted to tell the whole world. Oh my gosh. I was like, I'm really doing the thing. You know, I'm about to take my kids out of school. We're about to school them, and this is going to be such an awesome experience for them. But my family and close friends, they were like, what? You gonna take your kids out of school? What? How are you qualified to teach them? I got all of these negative comments and a lot of discouraging words. Somebody even asked me if I was hearing voices. I have no idea how you can equate mental illness with homeschooling your kids. Like, that don't even make sense. But I understand that they didn't mean any harm. They were just worried because they were ignorant to the world of homeschooling. And so that's okay, but don't expect everybody to be in your corner when it comes to homeschooling. You just gonna have to do it. Don't wait for nobody to give you a pat on the back and say, go for it, girl. Don't wait on that. If God has put it on your heart, do it. Don't worry about what nobody else thinks, okay? Because I did, and I cried, and I was sad, and I hated when people would even like give me ugly looks in the store when they say, well, why are your kids not in school? And I'm like, because we homeschool. And then their face is like, or, oh, why would you do that? Or, don't they need socialization? That's the first thing that everybody says. I'm like, why is that all y'all worried about? Like, that's crazy. That don't even make sense. I mean, do you think that homeschooling means that you stay in the house 24/7 and never see sunlight? Just don't expect everybody to be happy for you or to be in your corner or encourage you. You're going to get not everybody goes through this, but I know a lot of moms have gone through this where people are negative about it. So, number 2, the second ugly truth that I have here is that it can get lonely sometimes. When I started homeschooling, I was so focused on teaching them that I looked up one day and I was like, oh my gosh, I have no friends. I don't have anybody to talk to about this homeschooling journey. I don't have anybody I can ask questions, or I don't have anybody. And it started to get really lonely. And this is what I don't understand. Like, why do people, like the first thing that they say is, how are they going to be socialized? Don't they need socialization? But what about the mom? Why is nobody ever worried about whether moms get socialization or not? Because shoot, I was the one that was about to go crazy and pull my hair out. The kids were fine. They have each other. They have friends outside they can play with. They have church and all that stuff. But me, I didn't have really anybody to talk to, and I just felt alone. But Facebook came in handy. I had joined every Facebook homeschool mom group that I could find. And I even met one of my closest friends on Facebook. I've joined meetup groups. And yeah, I've joined all that. Like, it's so much out there. The homeschool community is pretty large. It's probably not as big as it should be, but it's growing. Only thing I want to say is just watch out, because there are some crazy homeschooling mamas, okay? And I've met a few of them. And I wish I would have never introduced my kids to their kids, because once my kids became attached, I didn't know how to tell them, hey, little Johnny over there, he cool with something wrong with his mama. Yeah, I met some weird people, and I'm not going to get into all of that, but be selective of the people that you connect with. Make sure that y'all share the same morals, the same values, somewhat of the same beliefs. So the third ugly truth about being a homeschool mom is sometimes you may find yourself in competition with people, with other homeschool moms or other moms of public school kids. As moms, we can be competitive, always comparing our kids to somebody else's. But listen, when I was doing this, I was causing not only myself a lot of stress, but I was putting a lot of stress on the kids, and it was not healthy. I felt like since I was homeschooling that I had to like overdo everything. I wanted to make sure my kids were like way above grade level, so I could prove to everybody that homeschooling is the best for my kids and they're going to do so good. And oh my gosh, I was working double time just to try to get everybody to be on board and get everybody to say that I'm doing a bomb job. And guess what? Even when my kids were doing awesome, nobody cared and nobody even noticed. So I was doing all that work for no reason. That's what led me to start unschooling. And I truly believe that kids learn a whole lot better when when information is not being forced on them. They retain a lot more information when they're learning something that they want to learn about. Look that up, because it is science. So anyway, I was putting unnecessary stress on my kids. It was not helping them. They did not retain most of the information. They didn't retain that. I've actually seen some homeschool moms, they give up on homeschooling because they constantly felt inadequate because their kids were not doing the same thing as another child. Like, that's crazy. Like, every child learns at their own pace. I actually took my kids out of Cade, I only had one in public school at the time, but I took him out of public school because I did not want him being compared to other kids. And because if he wasn't performing at a certain level, then he was told that he wasn't doing good or he wasn't doing good enough. And it's not true. My son was coming home telling me he was stupid every day, and that broke my heart. Education should not be a one size fit all, okay? Anyway, I digress. If y'all want a video just only about unschooling, let me know below in the comments. I would love to make a video to give you some information or show you guys how we do unschooling, okay? But anyway, so let's get back on topic. So what was number 3 was the ugly truth was you can find yourself in some nasty competition. But don't let your child's progression or the level that they're on, don't let any of that discourage you or even cause you to like try to like beat books over their head. It's not going to work. Have fun. That's the beauty of homeschooling, is that we are not on society's timeline, okay? Hey, that was a weak snap. I need to snap with this right hand. Number 4 is your hard work does not get rewarded. You do not get a pat on the back. You don't get a trophy, a certificate. You don't get accolades. You don't get ribbons. You don't get anything for being a great mom and for being a great homeschool mom. So you have to pat yourself on the back, girl. Tell yourself, good job. Get yourself a bowl of ice cream and put on some movies and celebrate like that. I mean, that's what I do. It works. And sometimes my husband does. My husband will sometimes tell me that I'm doing a great job if he remembers. A lot of times husbands can forget things like that, but I know in his heart that he appreciates everything that I'm doing. But other than that, you're not going to get a trophy. So don't do it for recognition. Do it because you love your kids, because this is what is best for our kids. And someday, when our kids are grown, people are going to be like, girl, you did that. You did an amazing job. And I'll be like, I know. I mean, I don't need your praises anyway, but I know I'm bomb. Okay. Number 5 is the ugliest truth in my life. And that is living on a single income is not easy. I don't know why, but people tend to think that me and my husband are rich. They think, oh, if she's not working, he must be making a whole bunch of money. The ugly truth is that he is not. My husband is not rich. We're not rich. Okay. We don't have a lot of money. I started homeschooling. I ended my career. I stopped doing what I was doing. I was actually making really good money at the time. But I decided that I was going to homeschool my kids because God had put it on my heart. And I wanted to be obedient. And I knew this was best for my children. And I did it. And by the grace of God, he has literally sustained us throughout this entire journey. Yes, it has been a struggle. No, I don't get my nails done. My eyebrows are done now, but they were not done like a week ago. Basically, we do not enjoy a lot of the luxuries that we used to enjoy. A lot of things we actually have to save up just to do. We have to save up just to take the kids on a little, like a mini vacay. Not even, we haven't really been on any big vacations as a family. There's a lot of things that we have to sacrifice. It has been a huge sacrifice, but it's also a blessing because the good outweighs the bad. So I just want to say, if you are thinking about homeschooling your kids, do it. If God has put that on your heart, he's going to sustain you the whole way through. And this whole process has just taught me how to trust in God and to have crazy faith, because without it, I don't know where me or my husband would be. Well, I just want to thank you guys for watching. If y'all have any questions, if you have any ideas of videos that you want me to post on YouTube, please let me know down below in the comments. And I guess I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, besties.